welcome back to the channel. Bob with Homestead with Sadie here. So today, just a little heads up. I had some issues with the camera before, so I didn't get to finish filming what I had started. So, and I had to keep going. So I finished the bathroom. Let me give you a little quick run on this. So you walk in, shower. Now there's the shower itself, but it's not hooked up. But I got that. That right where the toilet's going. And then up here, I got redid the wire so that the wire right there is for the lights. That's for the fan. Light and fan switches are in. So, a couple little minor things in there to do. Once I get the rest of the wires, or the connections for the water lines, which we'll probably work on that tomorrow, we'll finish that up. So with that being said, now what I want to do is I want to put the rear wall in, separate the bedroom, put these two walls in for the closet, and then put another wall in for, I say, command center slash where all the electronics be, the batteries, the inverter, the converter, breaker box, all that's going to go here. So I want to get them in. I want to get these three walls in today. Now I can only frame it because I don't have no panels for it. But the only one I'm really worried about getting panels before I get too far will be the closet, because I'm going to panel the inside of there. On the electrical one, I'm actually, once I get it framed, I'm actually going to put a piece of plywood that's going to go from the top down, probably to the top of here, because I want to be able to mount inverter and converter, mount everything up so it's off, because the batteries are going to be on the floor. So with that being said, I got some of the boards cut already, so let's get on them. Let's get them done. I'm not pushing for it, but the reason why I'm doing what I am to get these ones, get these walls mounted, is because I now have my all my solar panels. So I got the solar panels, so now I can build. I got to build the brackets for them. That way I can get them mounted. But I want to have everything as far as converter, everything in place to do it. So now when I do these, I'm going off. What do I got these ones at? Right on the edge. So let's do this. So this will be, get that mounted up there. Now once I get one mounted, then that'll actually set the rest for everything else, because I actually made ones that go across, it'll go across at the bottom, one at the top with the distance that's in there. So let's do, we're going to do that. And that's it. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the second day, so I didn't get to finish up last night. First of all, it got late, and I killed all 4 batteries. That means you know you were doing a lot of work. So the only thing I got to do right now in this framing part is I'm gonna put that piece of wood on the back, because that's gonna be like inverter and things like that are gonna be mounted on it. And then I can start hiding wires, because I know where everything's gonna need to go. So let's get this board up there. What I'm doing is I'm using just spare wood that come out from when I cut out from the floor, that had been in here when I got the bus. So, which makes the whole process a heck of a lot cheaper. So that being said, I want the flattest side. So let's go. Under the wires, under these wires, and up to the frame where it's going, which is right there. There we go. Okay, so I had to try a couple things. Obviously, say I threw some board up here. And it ain't gonna matter, because this really is not even gonna be seen. Because I've been doing some research and stuff too while I was back and forth. So the refrigerator that we're getting, it's one of two. It's either, and it's probably gonna be a 7.6. I was looking at a 10 cubic inch, but the 10 cubic inch will stick out 3 inches farther. Total of 5 inches farther than the wall, where the 7.6 one is only 2 inches. But to keep the room, 2 inches is fine. Plus 7, that's enough for 4 or 5 days. If now the wall I build to separate them, give me plenty of room. It'll give me plenty of room where down the line, if I want to change it from the 7.6 to a 10, I can do that. But what I'm doing is, I only did this top part, because you probably see some of this, but the bottom's going to be pegboard, so that there can be a ventilation to it. Because probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a permanent little fans, little square fans. I'm going to mount a couple in here on a switch, so I'll be able to vent that in there where the batteries are and things like that. But that down there is going to have the pegboard, so you're really not even going to see this with the refrigerator being here anyways. But I am going to go ahead. Now the wall the wall that's going here is only going to come out probably just a little ways. Because it doesn't need to come all the way out. It only needs to come out as far as part of the counter. And the only purpose for that is actually going to be to cover up what's behind here. That way you can't see it. When you come in and look down the counter, you won't be able to see behind the fridge. And that's the only reason for it. So it's only probably going to come out probably. Let's see. Oh, I left the tape measure outside. Yeah? Yep, must have. So, but it's only probably gonna come out $10 and that'll be it. But then I'll have the area marked off where the fridge is actually going, and that was just to get something up there. Now obviously I'm gonna put a piece of trim that's gonna go from here around anyways, and I'm actually gonna put a board in here. Kind of like not as wide as this one that I've done in the living area to cover wires, but I don't know if you can actually see it, but right there in the bathroom, right above the window, I believe that's just a 1x4, 1x6. And I may not even go that big. I may just go 1x4, just enough to get up there and cover the wires, hide the wires. So, got a couple things, little things I gotta do, and then I'm gonna get some. Actually, I go find a tape measure first. Find the tape measure and get a measurement from the floor up to here, so I can get this mounted. At least if I get the one mounted against the wall, I'll have the ones that I need. And I gotta run them wires in there because they're the wires. And then I can start actually covering all this up. Because once I get the wall, the thing is I had to have the separation of the walls where everything was going. Once I had that, then I could start adding boards. Like the first one I just showed you is actually the end of the living room. That'll be from there over, will be to here. This part over here is going to be the kitchen area. And the main part of that is right here where I have the outlet, and where that board ends, there's actually going to be, I'm going to build a stand out for a microwave. So the microwave's actually going to go there and plug up top there. That was going to do that. And the countertop's not really going to be that big, but it's going to be big enough to have a sink. It's going to have some outlets. I'm going to put outlets in it with them running up from the bottom, so it'll be like outlets on the top or a push button that pops up and you got outlets. So, but since I got that, I can actually get that board in and then figure out, I'm probably gonna do, like I use brown board here. And this is because we can paint this. We're gonna actually paint it. We're gonna do the bottom bead, we're gonna paint all that. I have some pieces left over from that, and I just may use them to line the inside of the closet. And then obviously just paint them. Now, when I change and do the door on the front, I'll make an actual door so when you walk down through, it's gonna look really good. But the inside, and it'll be just these sheets, probably with a small piece of trim on it, where the seam is, make it look good. But it's coming along, as you can see. Lead down into the bedroom back there. Slowly but surely coming along. So I'll be right back with a tape measure once I find it. Oh, let's get these. I don't know if I can. Nope. So we back down. Maybe we move it up. Or move it down. Way off. All right. All right, so this is going to conclude me starting the walls. Short ones in for the refrigerator section. This panel, like I said, now this panel, you're never going to see this because the refrigerator will be here. But I'm going to put some, I'm putting some trim in. I'm going to trim out everything. but obviously you can see started. Charge controllers for the solar, inverters in there, and all the wires are hanging in one spot now. So, with that being said, conclude this video. If you like, give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, because there'll be more. We'll see you on the next one.